See, here's the deal. There's always a backstory. I tell you, there's always a backstory because there's always a backstory. Here's the backstory. Caitlin Clark already has decided to play in this. It isn't like State Farm decided to give them money in hopes that Caitlin Clark plays. Au contraire.
Caitlin Clark, one of the most electrifying players in college basketball, continues to capture attention with her next big move, a significant connection to the Unrivaled League. If you've followed her career, you know Clark's reputation as a scoring powerhouse, her incredible court vision, and her ability to perform under pressure. Now, she's poised to bring that same energy to Unrivaled, a transformative new platform for women in basketball. Unrivaled is carving out space for female athletes to control their narratives, grow their personal brands, and gain equity in their careers. While details about Clark's involvement are still unfolding, there's speculation that she's aligning with the league as both a player and a partner. This could mean ownership stakes or opportunities for creative influence within the league, setting a groundbreaking precedent for college athletes stepping into professional-level ventures. For Caitlin Clark, joining Unrivaled isn't just a career shift, it's a bold statement about the future of women's sports. With her growing influence and Unrivaled's mission to empower athletes, this partnership could redefine the way stars transition from college to the professional level. Stay tuned. Clark's journey with Unrivaled could shape the sports world in ways we've never seen before.
No, but this new 3-on-3 basketball league, which is actually backed by $100 million. Let me say that again. TNT is putting in $100 million.
It's official. Unrivaled has burst onto the sports scene in a way that no one saw coming. With State Farm dropping $100 million to sponsor the league, this isn't just a vote of confidence. It's a game-changing move that solidifies Unrivaled as a major force in women's basketball. What's remarkable is how quickly this league has evolved. Just a week ago, it was gaining traction as an innovative 3-on-3 platform for top-tier talent. Now, with this historic deal, Unrivaled has positioned itself as a premier destination for athletes looking to elevate their careers. State Farm's involvement signals more than just financial backing. It's a strategic investment in the future of women's sports. The massive funding will likely go toward expanding the league's reach, enhancing its infrastructure, and attracting even more star athletes. For players like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, who are rumored to be involved, this deal could unlock unprecedented earning potential and opportunities. This isn't just a sponsorship, it's a statement. Women's basketball is no longer a side note, it's the main event, and Unrivaled is leading the charge.
There's a deal. Unrivaled has announced a multi-year sponsorship with State Farm, making them our exclusive home and auto insurance sponsor. All right. As well as the presenting sponsor for our highly anticipated Club Select.
The buzz around Unrivaled is undeniable, and the $100 million State Farm sponsorship has everyone wondering, why would such a massive company invest in a league still finding its footing? The answer might just revolve around their golden star, Caitlin Clark. Think about it. Clark has been a game changer for women's basketball, captivating audiences with her record-breaking performances and electrifying style of play. She's not just a star on the court. She's the kind of athlete who can shift an entire sport's cultural relevance. State Farm, a longtime supporter of basketball, knows the value of aligning their brand with transformative figures. Now, here's where it gets intriguing. What if Clark's involvement with Unrivaled is more than just speculation? Imagine this. Clark secretly signing on to be the face of the league, or even taking on a role beyond the court, like brand ambassador or equity partner. This move would explain why State Farm has gone all in. They're not just betting on the league, they're betting on Clark. If true, this partnership could redefine the way we think about professional basketball leagues, nil deals, and athlete-driven platforms. Caitlin Clark wouldn't just be playing in Unrivaled, she'd be helping to build it into a powerhouse. That's a move that could shake the foundations of women's sports for years to come. What do you think? Could this be Clark's next big leap? And is State Farm's confidence a hint of something even bigger on the horizon?
November 20th. Fans have put 2 and 2 together and think it's nailed on. Clark will be one of the final 2 plays announced by Unrivaled. You kinda sorta gotta have Clark. Yeah, you kind of do.
State Farm isn't a novice in sports marketing. They've built a reputation for strategic investments that drive results. When a brand like this drops $100 million into Unrivaled, it's not just a gamble. It's a calculated play, likely backed by some serious insider knowledge. Think about it. State Farm has a history of aligning with star athletes and organizations that elevate their brand. They've done it in men's sports with NBA stars like Chris Paul, and now they're making a splash in women's basketball. What's different here is the sheer scale of the investment, signaling that State Farm isn't just sponsoring, they're helping build something foundational. Here's the kicker. With Caitlin Clark already tied to State Farm as a high-profile nil athlete, this move feels more connected than coincidental. Whether or not Clark is officially tied to Unrivaled yet, her star power undoubtedly makes her a central figure in the sport's growing popularity. State Farm knows Clark isn't just an athlete. She's a cultural phenomenon capable of driving viewership, engagement, and revenue. SOY Unrivaled? It's likely that State Farm sees the league as a future hub for women's basketball, a space where the best players come together to innovate the game. If they're betting big, it's because they see the potential for a league that can rival mainstream attention, and they want to be there from the start. This isn't just a sponsorship. It's a strategic move to shape the future of women's basketball, and Caitlin Clark might be the linchpin in their plan. The question now is how this will unfold and whether Unrivaled will live up to the massive expectations it's suddenly carrying.
It isn't like State Farm decided to give them money in hopes that Caitlin Clark plays. Au contraire. State Farm, it's not like everything happens in a bubble. It's not the cone of silence. Those of you that are old enough to watch Get Smart, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's not like they haven't talked. I guarantee you, one came before the other. Clark.
You're absolutely right. Isn't just casual. It's built on years of witnessing her incredible influence and marketability. As one of the most recognizable athletes in women's basketball, Clark has already proven her ability to elevate a brand. Her magnetic personality, highlight reel performances, and connection with fans make her a marketing dream. When State Farm commits $100 million to Unrivaled, it's not random. It's a strategic move based on what they've learned from working with Clark. They've seen firsthand how her presence can shift narratives and attract attention. If they're putting their money into Unrivaled, it's because they believe Clark's involvement, whether public yet or not, will turn this league into something revolutionary. Think of it this way. Clark is more than just a player. She's a symbol of the future of women's basketball. If she's tied to Unrivaled, her star power could propel the league into mainstream consciousness almost overnight. For State Farm, this isn't just about sponsoring a league. It's about positioning themselves at the forefront of a cultural shift in sports. With Caitlin Clark as the centerpiece, the pieces are all coming together. A rising league with a bold mission, a superstar player in Clark, and a brand like State Farm ready to amplify the movement. Whatever's coming next, it's going to be huge, and Clark could very well be the key to it all.
But anyway, she has this major endorsement deal. You all may have seen the commercials that aired for months during March Madness in the NBA playoffs.
You're piecing together a compelling case, and it's starting to look like the dots are connecting. While Caitlin Clark hasn't officially announced her involvement with Unrivaled, this State Farm deal feels like the ultimate smoking gun. Let's break it down. As one of their marquee athletes through her nil deal, Clark has already proven her ability to drive brand value. State Farm knows exactly how much influence she wields. It's no coincidence this massive sponsorship comes as Clark's name dominates headlines. If she's involved with Unrivaled behind the scenes, it would explain why State Farm is so confident in this league's potential. If Clark has indeed signed with Unrivaled, the lack of a public announcement could be a strategic move. Imagine the impact of a major reveal. Clark, backed by a powerhouse like State Farm, officially joining Unrivaled. That kind of news would instantly elevate the league's status. This isn't just a typical sponsorship. It's a coordinated effort to launch Unrivaled into the spotlight, with Caitlin Clark likely positioned as its face. If true, this partnership could reshape how women's basketball is marketed and consumed, making Clark not only a player but a pioneer in redefining the game. All signs point to a groundbreaking move, and when the dust settles, this could be one of the most impactful shifts in sports history. Keep your eyes peeled, something big is definitely brewing.